stick around, come through and dig the sound of the fly brown 6060 cycle. Who throws hits around, bound to go to the back.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Wine Down with Kev, sponsored by nobody. We don't have no sponsors in this season. We are in a different season right now. We've wrapped up 50 podcasts with 50 agents from 50 different states. We actually kicked off this new season a couple of weeks ago. We had the phenomenal Michelle Cole, owner, proprietor of the Bijou Experience on. If you haven't checked that out, check that podcast out. Check out Michelle Cole. Definitely check out the Bijou Experience. We're going to talk about that more. But let me talk to you about what season we are in. Let me introduce you to the season we're in before I introduce my guests. The season we are in, we are back home. We are on Long Island in New York, and I'm very focused on talking to small business owners, especially small business owners that are at the early stages of engaging with AI. I think it's an important conversation. So in this season of the podcast, that's where we're going. We're bringing on local small business owners. We're talking business. We're talking AI. We're talking the things I like to talk about. That includes basketball. That includes business. That includes the Bible, my go-to subject. Wherever it goes, that's where the conversation is going to go. So that's what we are doing in this season. Tune in, check it out. But before I get into this season, we always open the podcast with an attitude of gratitude. So let me say thank you, and thank you to everyone that has already clicked, liked, and subscribed to the page. Thank you. You are appreciated. Nothing that we do can happen without you. And if you haven't done it yet, there's no time like the present to click, like, and subscribe to @Wine Down with Kev. All of that being said, I'm super excited about the guests that I'm going to bring to you today. We are going to get to know this guest together. We got a couple of things in common. We know each other a little bit, but as we podcast, as we conversate, I have a blank sheet of paper in front of me. I have no notes. I have no scripts. The conversation is going to go where it's going to go. It's going to flow the way it's going to flow. That being said, today I introduce to some and present to others Mrs. Apryl Smith. Apryl Smith of Amityville, New York. Local people, y'all know where that is. National people, if you heard me say Amityville, yes, Amityville horror. That Amityville, that's where we're at. That's what we're talking about. Apryl is here for a couple of reasons. We go to church together, Grace Community Church. In a minute, I'm going to jump in the comments, or Tanya, Nico, if you're watching, if you can tag Grace Community Church in the comments. Tag somebody that goes to church. Tag a friend, tell a friend. Again, we have a lot to talk about today. And yes, we're going to touch on that subject. We are going to talk about Overseer Robert Burgess, the founder of Grace Community Church, who recently passed away. We are going to go there because he merits the conversation. He merits the attention. So we're going to talk about it. But that being said, present to some, introduce to others. Put your warm Wine Down with Kev hands together and give a warm welcome to Apryl Smith.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here today.
I love it. Thank you for being here. So I want you to take a minute to introduce yourself. As you want to introduce yourself, tell people who you are, where you're from, and introduce your business. I am going to be listening to you, but I'm going on my phone into the Facebook Live to tag, so I'm not leaving the conversation. People, we got to explain that to people. When people are talking to you and you grab your phone, that don't look good. It looks like you've left the conversation. So Apryl, introduce yourself while I tag some people in the comments.
Yeah, so I'm Apryl Smith. I am from Amityville, New York. I represent Amityville hard. I've lived there my whole entire life. I am the owner of Hopkins Beauty Solutions. We are a one-stop diva shop. We're located in Amityville Village at 179 Broadway, and you can book an appointment with us.
Let's go. Talk to me about what kind of appointments should people be looking. Should we be looking? I looked at your website. Tell me a little bit more about the business. I went on your IG page. Shout out your IG page.
Yes, my IG page is Hopkins Beauty Solutions.
Hopkins Beauty Solutions. So, April, you know what we talk about. You know that our phones are listening to us, right?
Yes.
And they suggest things that we want to buy. So, I've been seeing these things, a lot of God First, some Psalms 23rd, jerseys and stuff that I'm in the market to buy. That I just haven't hit the swipe button. But then I looked at your site. Your site. You got some fly stuff.
Yes. So I have a custom printer who works with me.
Okay.
So he can design any type of shirt you would like and print it out. And then we also did a whole campaign of honoring the king he is for Father's Day. And we love the shirts and the hats so much that we just kept it on board.
I love it. I love it. And even though we're past Father's Day, those shirts still sell. For men, I like to talk about men's fashion. I know what you're thinking. Kevin, who are you to talk about fashion? You sitting there in the t-shirt. Yes, that's because it's bacon grease degrees outside. It is 101 in New York. I am not buttoning up. No blazer, no hat. We are trying to stay cool under the weather. But yes, definitely. I look forward to coming to your store, buying some items. I like hats. I like t-shirts. I'm t-shirts all summer.
Yes.
If I could dress any way I want, I would dress how you're dressed today. Not necessarily. I did have a pink blazer on a church Sunday.
Yes, you
but
did.
but I would every day, if with no fashion requirements, my dress code would be blazer, t-shirt, hat, variety style hat, jeans, and then different kind of kicks, maybe some uptowns or something like that. That's my stilo. But talk to me about your bio. How did you get to open your store? When did it start? Where did the inspiration come from?
So I actually started off as a Mary Kay lady.
Okay.
I was 21, minding my business at Pathmark, going shopping, and someone stopped me. She ended up also being a member of our church. And so I started off because I was never thinking about owning a business, being an entrepreneur. And she stopped me in the parking lot, and somehow being a Mary Kay, it just sparked my entrepreneurship. And I've been on it ever since.
I love it. Shout out to Mary Kay. Shout out to all the Mary Kay entrepreneurs, business owners out there, the big time ballers pushing the big pink caddies. Let's go.
My director had one.
Let's go.
She
Okay.
Still does.
Okay. Shout out to your director. Give her a name. Call her by name. We believe in giving people flowers.
Yeah. So her name is Miss Jackie. I'm no longer in Mary Kay though, but Miss Jackie, she is the woman of Mary Kay.
Let's go, Miss Jackie. Let's go. So you start with Mary Kay, and I think most of us know what that is, but let's do everything like a two-year-old. If anyone doesn't know what Mary Kay is, let's talk about it.
So Mary Kay is a cosmetics company, mainly for women, and she wanted us women to be able to own our own businesses and make it happen without working for someone else.
I love it. And so you got recruited in the parking lot to jumpstart this Mary Kay business. I've definitely heard of it. You do that for some time, and you get the bug to start your own business.
Yes. So my grandmother actually was also an entrepreneur. She had her own hair salon.
Okay.
So it runs in my blood.
Yes.
But I started with Mary Kay, and then I wanted to expand not only to just makeup, because when I saw women feeling so confident after I would do the makeovers, I said, well, we need to add pocketbooks in here. We need to add jewelry. So I wanted to become a one-stop shop.
Yes.
Where you come in, you get your makeup, your clothes, your shoes, your bag, accessories, all in one place.
I love it.
And for women, just to come in, have a good time. I help them with styling, because I think it's all about having your own style, not trying to copy what someone else is doing, but be your true authentic self and let your clothes speak for you.
I love that. I live by that. Be yourself, because everybody is taken.
Yes.
So we're not just talking a retail location of a store. It sounds like we're talking about an experience.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Absolutely. And the experience is for women to come in and leave more confident than when they walked in.
I love it. Come in and leave more confident than when you walked in.
Yes.
I am so afraid right now. Like, my wife sees me all the time, so she doesn't necessarily watch my podcast. She hears me talk enough, but she's going to want to feel this experience. So for the listening audience, those watching us on live on Facebook, IG, and YouTube, take us through, give us a mental virtual tour of what it's like to walk in for that experience in your store.
Yes, so we start off with the online booking. So you would have you just book your free shopping experience. You would come in, I kind of sit down, figure out, what's your authentic style? What do you want to wear? How do you want to feel when you walk out of here? What do you like? And then from there, we'll look at what I have. And then if I don't have it, I literally work with manufacturers to get things made, or I can find things for you. So I also do like the shop for people and get their clothes for them too.
There's levels to this. Personal shopping is a vibe, and you are separating yourself from other entrepreneurs in this conversation, because one thing that talk to business owners about is having a unique value proposition, UVP. What's unique about your business? I don't know any place that I can go, or an experience like this that I might buy for my wife, where you can go in, we'll have a conversation about styling her, but also if there's something that she wants but it's not there, that you'll do the work to get it for her.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that was what I was looking for, that what will make my company stand out from all the rest.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, and I know like a lot of people shop online, but sometimes you really need to, try your clothes on, see how they fit. Does this really look good on me? So that's also the thing. I'm like, let's bring back the feeling the clothes, seeing how I look in it before I buy.
Now, I love that experience. I love the fact that your business is built right at the intersection of the digital age. So let me explain what I mean. You can do some stuff online, but you can also go in to check it out, try it on. Everybody is a little bit different in what their vibe is, and that's what you call an experience. And I think that's what people are really looking for. A lot's happening in our area, Amityville area, Sunrise Mall. Probably been around your whole life.
Yes.
Suddenly it is no more because people have lost that behavior. I think post-pandemic, we got so used to doing 100% online, we forgot how to go outside and support local businesses.
Absolutely. That's such a great point. And you're absolutely right about that. And that's what I want to bring back, that come on in. And because of the way the boutique is set up, it's literally a one-on-one. So you have my undivided full attention, and we're going to find what your style is. And sometimes people don't even know what their style is. So it's asking the right questions to kind of find out where someone is comfortable at and what you need me to do.
And I love that as well, because style has changed in the last few years. So we went from, I'm going to use the pandemic as a benchmark. We went from everybody going into an office or whatever you do for work, doing that, to everybody going to work at home. And now people are coming back and we have conversations about dress code. What do I want to wear? How do I want to look today? So take me through that journey. Is your style, is it recommended people for casual, for corporate, for church?
So it's a little bit of everything.
Okay.
And it's specifically what, like, I actually had to dress an aunt. Her nephew unfortunately passed away.
Okay.
So I went out and bought all her clothes for the wake, for the funeral services. So I mean, I style for any and everything.
Wow.
Weddings, because we also I work with gown manufacturers.
Okay.
So we can literally do your wedding gown from beginning to end, prom, you name it. We're here for it.
We are finding the unique value proposition of Hopkins Beauty Solution. If you're not sold already, get over there, get online. So online, we have a national audience that follows this podcast. Can people that are not in the Amityville, Long Island, New York area, can they go online and order for you? Can they have a one-on-one consultation with you?
Yes, so they can go online and order, but we can also do virtual appointments. So absolutely.
So let's talk about virtual appointments. And my insurance sales people that are out there, that I coach and that I mentor, this is for you. All my other entrepreneurs out there, what she is doing now is a skill that you must have. You must be able to do a virtual appointment for that person that doesn't want to sit in traffic to get to your location.
Yes.
So let's talk through a virtual appointment.
So a virtual appointment, it would again begin with, the one-on-one consultation, the questions, and then I would just show pictures, or if I'm in the boutique, and there's stuff in there, I would literally just be on screen, kind of doing like a live QVC kind of thing, where I'm showing different things, that would be their style.
Okay. your vision. So I'm gonna stay with the virtual appointment. So we book. You're talking to my wife, 4:00 tonight. You're doing the discovery. You're asking her style, asking what she like. You're showing her what you have. My wife's hard to shop for. She likes hats.
Yes.
So when you talk about working with manufacturers, is that something that you do for people if it's something not in the store? You make those connections as well?
Yes. So we can literally, they will custom make the hats. And then they also have a lot of variety, a lot of the hat places, so I can show hats that you may not see, anywhere. And that's like our goal too, is to find things that are different, that you don't see everywhere else.
People, we're talking about a quality boutique, I think it's pronounced, experience that's definitely worth doing. Where does the vision of this, you started Mary Kay. When did you actually open your retail location?
Funny story. I love 50 Cent, right?
Okay.
I'm a hardcore 50 Cent
Let's
fan.
go, 50. Let's
but when
go.
he was mixtape, no one knew who he was, 50 Cent. So I go to his concert, my husband and I. This was about 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years August.
Okay.
Then they say we can have a meet and greet. My husband looks at me and goes, "You only live once. Let's do it." So I'm like, okay. So we go to the backstage party with Busta Rhymes. Everyone's there, and then you have your meet and greet with 50 Cent.
Wow.
And I was in the middle of reading his book that he wrote, and he really dropped some gems in there. 50
Beautiful.
Cent is
I've read all of his books.
Yes. So now I meet him. Joke is, I couldn't even speak because I was starstruck, which I never thought would happen. So my husband's telling him, that I'm the #1 fan, everything else. But it was something with connecting with him. I literally leave the concert. Within a month, I had my own retail place. It was like something just sparked. And I finished his book, and I was like, it's go time.
Yes.
And that's what happened.
That is 50, the movie, Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yes.
For those of you that know my book, Get AI or Die Trying. Love 50 Cent. Love his lyrics. Love his pivot into business. Love what he's doing for the wonderful area of Louisiana where he's building out his studios. Nothing but love for 50 Cent. And to hear that he inspired you from a meet and greet to open a business is massive. So, people, this is one of the reasons why we have to get back outside. You have to get outside. I love being online, love social media as much as anybody else, but you have to have that healthy mixture of interacting with people in person. So let me ask you the obvious question. I know 50 Cent is top of the line. You can't be more successful than he is. Have you DM'd his team and told them thank you and that you opened a business because you were inspired by him?
I surely did not.
Holla back.
You're
he
right.
He would love to hear it.
Yes.
He would love to hear it that he impacted your life in that way from that interaction that you've done something. So fast forward. The store's been open for 2 years?
Yes.
Congratulations.
About. Thank you.
Congratulations. When will be the second anniversary?
So the second anniversary will be in September.
Okay.
Yes.
How are we celebrating?
So I was actually working on doing a pop-up.
Yes.
In October, though, not September, where we're going to introduce the fall line, show what we have, and then, get some more one-on-one consultations. Because I need people to know we're here. People don't really know that Hopkins Beauty Solutions is here.
Okay.
So that is like my goal this year, is to really make sure people know who we are.
To be outside. So let's talk about it. So, April, one of the reasons you're my guest today, you know that I'm one of the main sponsors of an event that's coming to the Bijou Experience, Small Business and AI Expo, right here, Amityville, Farmingdale border. You're going to be a vendor there.
Yes.
And part of that, what we're doing is helping vendors be outside. And we have a bunch of workshops lined up to talk to vendors about social media and AI and how to put it out there. So people, here's a real funny story. April and I attend church together. Shout out to Grace Community Church. Tagged it in the comments. If you see it, if you're on it, tag somebody so you can hear this conversation. Maybe a few months ago, you go in front of the church and you're sharing about your business.
Yes. Yes.
And talk about that experience, because sometimes you never know who's in the room. So what April didn't realize, she was sitting across the aisle from me, and she gave very, very small introduction of her business. And she came back to her seat. what about this? You didn't mention your website.
Yes.
You didn't say this, you didn't say that. And then you went back up. But how was that experience for you?
Yes, so it's so funny because, you know, you think you're in church, so you're trying not to like push your own agenda in the front, but you were absolutely right because everyone was interested.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a great experience to say because sometimes I get like, oh, I don't want to, you know, put myself above what's going on. But you do have to speak up so people know what you're doing and not feel, you know, that you shouldn't. You definitely should.
Absolutely. You never know her audience. So I don't just coach online. I don't just coach for business. I do this for real. I see greatness in things in people, and in that moment, I like to bring it out of you. So I was annoying. I pushed her a little bit. She went back up.
Okay, no, but it was perfect. It was perfect.
She gave more. So let's talk about social media and the role that it's playing in your business. Talk about your pages. Shout out your pages, and talk about some of the things you've been sharing.
Yes, so I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Hopkins Beauty Solutions. So my social media, I actually mix it with my Hopkins Beauty Solutions business, but now I've become my dad's caregiver.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he's been having like strokes since February. So what I've been doing is talking about my experience as his caregiver, and then also the different companies that I've been shopping with in order to buy the things he needs, different experiences that I'm going through. So my social media is my business, but it's also lifestyle content. And then I love to eat at restaurants, so I'm always like spotlighting restaurants and stuff.
Well, that's full circle. That's who you are, right?
Yes.
All of us as business owners, we're real people as well, and people do business with people in this order: people they know, they like, and they trust. So when you're sharing about being your dad's caregiver and thoughts and prayers with your dad, you
Thank
said
you.
strokes plural since February. I think that's very relatable. There are many business owners out there and shoppers that are trying to do something, but life shows up and it calls on them to be a caregiver in this season.
Absolutely.
So when you're open to being transparent about that, there's a whole audience of people that's online, that's watching, that can't get out to the store to shop, but would love to consult with you. So I applaud you for sharing that. Foodies of the world unite.
Yes.
Everybody likes some good food. So you're allowing people to get to know you and the fact that you are business. Sometimes, April, when I'm coaching business people, a lot of business people want to just put their product out there without themselves.
Right.
They want to post like this. This is water. My name is Kev. I sell water. Holla at your boy. Buy water.
Right.
That's not it.
No.
Or a static picture of a glass of water. It's water. What's special about the water?
Right.
And what's special about you, and how can I connect? So I think everything you're going through, and the fact that you're shouting out your manufacturers, big upping others, is one of the biggest social media hacks in the world. That
Yes.
yeah, it's about you, but it's not about you, and it's about your work to connect people and the quality of your work.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you're not just doing things with anybody. You're doing making sure your manufacturers are quality and they're qualified.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I always feel like it's going to, you know, go back on my business. So I want to make sure top quality is coming out.
Absolutely. And I think when you do the things you're doing, you took us through the gamut from funeral to wedding to prom.
It's a
Probably
career every day.
everyday stuff. When you go through that whole journey, people want to know, like, where are you getting it from? This is not like you're not just driving into Manhattan, into the wholesale district.
Right.
You might do some of that, but it's more than that. It's bigger.
Yeah, mine I literally work with the manufacturer one-to-one.
It
is
doesn't
where I
get any
mine.
better.
Yeah.
So let me ask you an obvious question. I assume, and I could be wrong, correct me if I am, a lot of things are manufactured more affordably overseas. Overseas based, US based.
Yeah, overseas based mainly.
Okay. Was your business affected by the tariffs at all?
Oh, yes. But, so it's funny because God will speak to you.
Okay.
And sometimes you're like, God, why are you having me buy all this extra stuff? Or why do you have me doing this at this point?
Yes.
So God had been telling me beforehand to start buying stuff. And I was buying stuff and my husband's like, where you putting all this stuff? But when the tariffs hit, I already had my inventory. So I haven't had to go like high in prices.
Got you.
Because my key for me is I want to make sure I have things for people who don't have a lot of money to people who do have a lot of money.
Excellent.
I want it to be a range.
Okay.
Because I feel like if I don't have a lot of money, I should still be able to feel confident and feel beautiful.
I love it.
So that's like my whole...
I love it. You mentioned confidence and beauty. Expand on confidence a little bit and why it's important to you. Then also love to talk to you about your color scheme as well, because the pink is popping. The pink is popping.
Thank you, guys. So for me, I struggled, and I talk about this on my social media. I've struggled with my weight a big majority of my life. So right now I'm on a wellness journey. I bring everybody on with me so you can see what I'm doing. But for me, confidence has always been such a big part of my life. Battling with it, sometimes not always feeling confident, not always feeling beautiful, and then to the times when I'm like, girl, you rocking it. Like,
let's go.
So it's just a big thing for me, and I want women to always feel like I'm rocking it, not the other side.
I love it. If you can relate to that, put I'm rocking it in the comments right there. Who can relate? I think confidence is something that comes in and goes for all people.
Yes.
And thank you for sharing that. Talk to me about your branding and your color scheme. What are your colors and why did you choose them?
So my branding color scheme actually came from my wedding colors. So I'll be married 10 years, actually Friday.
Happy
Tomorrow.
anniversary.
Thank
Happy
you.
anniversary. Yes.
And my color scheme was this color pink, black, and white. And it was so funny because my husband's friends were like, we're not wearing pink. You're not putting us in pink. And when they put on their tuxes with the pink and the black accents, I always said my bridal party was all the way together. The grooms to the bridesmaids, we were all the way lit.
I love it.
So, and the guys was like, oh, April, yeah, you right. And my husband's friends were single. So I was like, see, I told you I knew what I was doing. But it just looks so nice together.
Yes.
It really came together.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So your anniversary is tomorrow, July 18th?
Yes.
Okay. You share an anniversary with my son, my daughter-in-law, Mary. They 1 year anniversary celebrating tomorrow.
Oh,
happy anniversary, Kevin and Mary.
anniversary.
Yes, indeed. Beautiful date to get married.
Yes.
10 years in. Shout out your husband. You were telling me some wonderful things about your husband. I'd be remiss if I didn't give you the opportunity to acknowledge and shout him out.
Yes, I'd like to shout out my husband, George Smith. He's affectionately known as Fifth Smith from when he was rapping, so most of the hood knows him as Fifth. But yes, I always thank him for his support. He always encourages me and backs me up with my business, so I'm very appreciative of that.
I love it. Shout out to George Fifth Smith. So I love words. So I heard what you said. So you're the biggest 50 Cent fan, and then your husband is Fifth Smith.
Yes.
What is the play on the word fifth and fitty? What is the play on the words? Talk to me.
With my husband, he's goes by 4/5, which was after the gun.
Okay.
But it was because my husband was so quick with his punchlines when rapping that they said he would shoot it out like how the gun would.
Okay.
So they call him 4/5.
Okay. 4/5. Fifth.
Yes.
I got it. Fifth Smith. Now I know your talents. April has shared with me you've performed with Chris Brown. What? With Joe Button. What? Oh, George, we're going to talk. You sitting across from me being quiet.
Yeah.
If you don't know, now you know.
Yes.
Now you know. All right. So we've talked about social media. You using Facebook, IG, TikTok. My TikTok game is not there. Talk to me about TikTok. For your business,
Oh, yes.
I think TikTok is massive. Talk to me what you do on
It
TikTok.
is. So my husband is the number one who's like, April, he feels I don't use it enough. And he's probably right.
Okay.
But I love TikTok because I love doing the videos.
Okay.
And you know how you can edit it, make it look cool. And then even the lives.
Yes.
So I have to do more lives on TikTok because I haven't really been using it enough to my advantage.
Okay.
But yeah, so TikTok is the place to be though.
I love it. I love it. I love that you would say that. So we have your 3 platforms that you go to. My go-to is probably Facebook, IG, and LinkedIn.
Okay.
YouTube now as well. Really made a decision to commit to YouTube this year. Talk to me about AI. Tell me where you are with AI. Are you a daily user, sporadic user? or really very much in the beginning?
So you actually taught me how to use the AI because I was not using it. And when I was calling myself using it, I wasn't using it right. So once you told me or showed me what to do and how to program it to speak in my voice and to put things together, I've been on it ever since.
Beautiful.
Every single day ever
Beautiful.
since. And
Beautiful.
it's helped me so much.
Beautiful. I think you shared with me that from the few things we did in a few minutes, maybe 10 minutes, that has helped you even monetize your social media as well?
Yes, it did. I'm actually making some dollars now on Facebook.
Let's go.
By doing that. Yes.
Let's go.
Yes. And they keep pushing my content, out more and more. So I'm like, thank you.
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
And that's what this season of this podcast is all about. Having these conversations, live consultations, if you will. I'm really passionate about everybody getting into the game. Yes. I want to help people remove the fear of AI. AI does not take away your job. It enhances your job.
Yes.
But those that learn to use AI and start using it every day, they're going to separate themselves from those that don't. So if you're not in the game, get in the AI game today. I want to give you some more free AI game today. Brickster runs my podcast. I want you to help me come up with an idea that I want to be able to, in these podcasts, I want to be able to show live some things that I'd like to do with Apryl and future guests on here at the Small Business AI Expo. We'll be doing some demonstrations live, but let me give you and the audience some free Facebook game, especially if you have something you're thinking of launching, but your content is not consistent. Content has to be consistent. And one of the ways that AI can help you is with something simple like creating a free calendar for the month.
Yes.
Okay? You've launched that already?
Yes, thanks to you.
I love it.
Yes.
Put that calendar out there. Mention your products. Mention your services. Give me something to post every day. But mix it in with the other things you're talking about. The foodies, the manufacturers. Now you have balance, and it will make a big, big difference.
Absolutely.
And that's just level 1.
Yes.
That's level 1. Level 2 through 10 is out there. I'll share something a little bit later. I'll share it a little bit later. I'll withhold my thoughts for now. So I want to pivot this conversation to an area to give some time, give some love, give some respect to a person that we share in common. Overseer Robert Burgess, the founder of Grace Community Church. He passed away on Monday. He's the founder of Grace Community Church based in Amityville. My family has been a part of Grace Community Church, not me personally, for probably from the beginning till this day. And I've been actively involved. I think I've been back for 2 years now. But talk to me about your journey with Grace Community Church and with Overseer Robert Burgess.
Yes, so my grandmother actually led me to Grace. I was a baby. My grandmother was diagnosed with MS, so she was in a hospital bed. And Overseer Burgess would come to my house with his wife, with Pastor Hewart, and they would have Bible study with her. Then they would have the church van bring her into church, literally on her hospital bed.
Yes.
And I would come with her. So that was really so important to my family because my grandmother really loved the Lord and she wanted to be in church. So it was so major for her to still be able to go there even while she was sick. Then fast forward a few years later, my best friend Crystal invited me to come to Grace.
Yes.
So I'm like, oh, okay. Well, kind of find out my husband, my boo, went to that church too. His mother was a minister there. So that kept me coming to church too.
I love it. So for people that haven't been outside, we're going to talk about Grace. We're going to come back to Overseer Burgess. But one thing I like to lock down commonality when it comes up. You shared your mother, that Grace showed grace to your grandmother, even after she was bedridden.
Yes.
My mother had a stroke 11 years before she passed away. She was a faithful member of Grace. And when she could no longer go to Grace, Grace came to her.
Yes.
And Grace kept her included. They came, they sat with her, they prayed with her. They would bring her Red Lobster, which she loved. Mm-hmm. And it was, it showed something that people don't see. It showed church outside of church. because I would say in the past 5 years, once everything else shut down, one of the other things that shut down is people lost the habit of attending church and coming outside on Sunday or doing what you could do during the week. So shout out to Grace for what they did for your grandmother, how they showed love to my mother during her season, because that's what it's all about. So really proud to be there. You guys are going to see it, hear me talk more about it. I've rarely spoken about it on social media, but for some reason on Sunday I was led to share that about my church community. And it's often odd how things happen and then the next conversation comes, because Monday night you and I are in a church business meeting.
Yes.
And we're talking about some things that we want to work on that we have that are coming up for the church. Great meeting. It ends 9:15, 9:20, and an hour and a half later we learn that Overseer Burgess has passed away. So you mentioned your introduction from a baby. I've known then Reverend Robert Burgess, now Overseer Robert Burgess. I don't remember not knowing him. He was my parents' friend. Him and my dad, if my dad had lived, they were basically the same age. I think it would have been, Reverend Burgess is 1 month older, would have been 99 this October. So we thank God for a really long life. But growing up, April, my parents didn't have a lot of visitors come to our home. I always thought they were unpopular. Growing up in Wyandanch, I'm one of 7, so me and my siblings are all very popular in Wyandanch. But I didn't realize that they were just selective. Right. You don't realize until you grow up that not everybody can come to your house. But one of the people that came over was Reverend Robert Burgess. They actually attended Bethel AME Church in Copiague together before Reverend Burgess launched Grace.
That's my grandmother too.
Yes,
as well.
yes. I heard her say it on the call. Well, I heard your mom say it on the call last night, that we all went to Bethel and then launched Grace. But it's a beautiful journey. And one of the things, listening to the call last night, we're going to talk about separate from this one, just to look at Reverend Burgess started Grace at age 58. So watch me, people. Age 58. Wow. As a man of a certain age, I started my own business at age 43, which I thought was really late. And I felt it was too late for me to leave 20 years of corporate and start my own business. But it was the timing. I felt led to do it. I did it. It's worked out very well. But some of you are out there in your 40s, as I was when I launched my business, late 50s, as Reverend Burgess was when he launched his business. Church is a ministry, and it's also a business with all of the financial responsibility in the world that you can imagine. But he did it. And some of us, when you get to be a certain age, you're not there yet. Don't worry about it yet.
No, but, I'm in my 40s.
You're young.
I agree.
You're young. But in these ages, we start to think about the end of things. Well, I only have until 62 or 65 retirement ages, but God blessed him with 40 years of leadership in the church. But most importantly, my insurance business people, my realtors, everybody that I coach and consult out there that follows me, watch this. Not only did he build this church, started at a late age, but he was wise enough to have the foresight to put an incredible succession plan in place very, very early, so that now Pastor Huarte, his daughter, is taking over. Amazing pastor, helping me personally with so many things in leadership and business that I need. You were there. When did she actually take over? Probably 15, 20 years ago when she became...
She took over a month after I got married.
Okay, so 10 years ago.
Yes.
So he puts in a succession plan. Business owners, we all have a date and an appointment with time that we can't cancel. So you have to think about succession planning. Yes. Not only did he put her there, but one of the beauties of Grace, leadership development, business owners, leadership development, it's not about me, it's about we. There are multiple leaders in place that do a lot of the day-to-day work that's required to run a ministry. So when I think about him, the impact and inspiration, my life motto, April, is inspire and be inspired. All I can think about is how much he inspires me in this season now that I'm back to do all that I can. So how would you say he inspired and impacted you?
So Overseer was always so supportive of, like if you went to him and said, overseer, I want to do X, Y, Z in the church, he always was very supportive, and he would guide you through whatever it is that you wanted to do. I remember even when they asked me, I used to be the Sunday school teacher for the babies, and I said, me? Like, no. But he believed in me, and he said, no, you could do this. And I was like, oh, okay. But he was just always so supportive. And like when I was getting married, he really would drop gems for me and my husband, which was so cool. He's just like a grandfather. Like he just was everything for us. And like he really supported the youth ministry. So I was also a youth leader. I was first in the youth ministry, and then I became a youth leader. But he was always just so supportive of the youth.
I love it. And I know thoughts and prayers to the entire Burgess family. Sending love and thoughts to prayers to Mother Burgess.
Yes.
And who better than to give you marital counseling to someone who was married for over 70 years?
Yes.
70.
Absolutely.
70 years. 70 years. That you want to listen to someone that's been there. So I talked about we were on a call on Monday night. You gave me great peace when we spoke the next day, Tuesday, preparing for the podcast. You felt like when, as a group, we talked about some of the business things we need to do and that we took responsibility for it, that we may have given him peace to be able to say, okay, the vision will continue.
Yes.
So I'm going to share some stuff now that hopefully doesn't get me kicked out of the church, because I'm so excited and love being there. But last night we had an amazing call, and I want to share this because I think it adds a lot of value to other people. Normally, Wednesday night, that is a Bible study night. But we didn't have Bible study last night. We use it as a memorial where everyone who dialed into the call was just able to share their personal experience about how they were inspired by Reverend Burgess, the love that they have for him, how he impacted their life. And we had a bunch of people on the call, and we were on the call for a couple of hours. But at the end, everyone felt peace because everyone got to express themselves. Yes. And I thought it was such a rich thing, a tradition I'd never been a part of before. But I think there's value in it for families. I think there's value in it for other churches. As you go through this, the loss of a loved one, when the final services are held, not everybody will be able to be on the program that day. Right. But I found this experience to be very cathartic because everyone got to express themselves in their words. There was singing, which I participated in with my mute button on. That's not what I do. Kev don't sing. I clap, I dance, I move my shoulders, but I don't sing. But I thought it was such a rich and healing experience for others that I wanted to share it here. How did you feel about that? Was that a first time, or was that something that's been done before?
I think we've done it one time before when our church secretary passed away, Sister Roberts, because she was big in the Amityville School District and then also in our church. But it was so freeing to like just be able to express ourselves and talk about everything that Overseer meant to us. It just was so refreshing. I felt so good when I hung up.
Beautiful,
yesterday.
Yes. Definitely felt the same. I thought it was necessary to share. I'm happy. We both got through this conversation without crying.
Yes, we did. But I think because of last night, it just felt so good to get it out.
We worked it out already. So, April, talk to us about some things that you're looking forward. What's coming up with Hopkins Beauty?
So we are going to be doing more events.
Okay.
My goal is, because my boutique literally is for one-on-one because it's just a nice, boutique size.
I got it.
But I'm looking to do more events coming up. I also am big on mental health advocacy. Ooh. So I used to work in the mental health field for 13 years before I started working my business full time. I actually brought Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child to Suffolk Community College in Brentwood.
Wow.
And I was on the Breakfast Club to talk about mental health services.
Wait, hold up. You buried the headline. We on here 35, 40 minutes. Now you bring up Destiny's Child, but go ahead.
Yes, so I'm really big on mental health advocacy. And so that's like another thing that I really want to start bringing back to the community, because I used to have different mental health events.
Okay.
For people to get help, to have resources, and just learn more about mental health in our community. So that's like my future goals coming up.
That's what you're working for. So I love that you're doing that. Health is wealth.
Yes.
Right? Health is wealth. A lot of times we live and we think about a certain dollar figure. When I make $1, I'll be good. When I get $100 or $1,000, whatever your number is. But health is wealth.
Yes.
And mental health is a real thing that we need to talk about a whole lot more. There's help out there.
Yes.
Sometimes, April, in our community, we bring everything to the church, which is good. But is there a time where we need to step outside and speak to a professional?
Yes, and that's what I love about our pastor, Pastor Hewitt, because she's very big on, she actually used to sit on the board for the agency I used to work with, the mental health agency. And sometimes, yes, we always pray, we always talk to God, but sometimes we also need to talk to a therapist or professional in case it's more that we need help with. And I feel like that's why God put them here too, you know?
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. He gives us people with certain gifts to help us in certain situations. So let me share what I'm looking forward to. We talked about it, the expo, the AI Expo, looking forward to it, looking for other vendors like yourself. I love what you're saying about the pop-ups. I think that's an ideal way to go. There's a multiplier when you give that person that's working from home space to pop up in your space, and you guys can share audiences.
Yes.
And it gets people outside. So offline, I'm going to AI consult with you about that to do anything I can to help. I'm looking forward to the expo. I'm looking forward to you being their vendor. We're looking for other vendors. Very specifically, people have created some amazing businesses that they started at home, and they want to get to the next level. You're getting all the family and friend support you can possibly get. But the key to adding zeros to whatever dollar figure you're pursuing is you must move beyond the friend zone and really begin to appeal to strangers. And when you master the art of appealing to strangers, people that don't know, people that don't think you're making too much money already. April, I see you. You look.
Yes.
No, April, you don't need another dollar. You're there already. Is that? Have you arrived, or could you use some more business?
No, I can use way more business.
April, I'll make you laugh as we begin to land the plane. For many years, I was a part of a networking group. Shout out to BNI, Business Networking International. And in this group, there's one person from every profession: lawyers, doctors, realtors, you name it. And what I learned in that group, we ate breakfast together every Tuesday morning, 7 o'clock in the morning in Queens. What I learned is that every business person, no matter what you do, however, no matter how high your business is perceived to be or how soon you started, every business owner needs one more customer.
Right.
Every day. Not
Yes.
some days. Just one more.
Right.
One more customer. And in this group, the motto was giver's gain. My role in the group was not for you to me to, April, buy insurance from me. I sell insurance, buy insurance. Kevin, insurance. No, it was, how can I send one customer to April? Okay, so in the spirit of BNI, I would love someone listening to this podcast. If you like anything you heard that we said, put it in the comments. Put, I'm going to Amityville. I'm going online. I'm checking out Hopkins Beauty
Solutions.
All right, and Hopkins I'll spell. Y'all work out Beauty Solutions, but it's hop like hip hop. Two of my favorite words. Hopkins, Kins, like kin folks. So y'all do me a favor. Be good kin folks. Y'all hop in Hopkins Beauty Solutions. All my people all around the country. Check out what she's doing. Check out this New York flavor. See what you like. Place and order. So the other thing I'm looking forward to is working with you under your tutelage on the fundraising committee. I can't wait to use what God has given to me and add value to the church and do whatever I can to help. I haven't done it in a while, but anything that's been given to me for business purposes should also be given away to build God's kingdom. So I'm humbled and excited about the opportunity to do that. Y'all will watch. Y'all see more details. Got a couple of ideas. But I'm working for April in this capacity. I have to wait for her to give me the green light to go forward. So I'm looking forward to that. So that being said, April, any closing comments?
My closing comments would just be be your authentic self.
Yes.
Like, that's where I'm at. It took me to get to 41 to realize there's no one else I should be but me. So I would just say, walk in your authenticity. Come down to Hopkins Beauty Solutions so we can get you styled to be who you truly are.
I love it. I have to ask you this. Now, we talked a lot about do you style men as well?
Yes. So, yes, we style men. We have custom suits. So we were in New York City Fashion Week.
Now, I'm laughing. I'm having fun with April. The problem is, people, every night the news leads with the headlines. This should have been early. Custom suits.
Yeah, so we were in New York City Fashion Week in September.
New York City Fashion Week in September.
Yes.
Michelle Williams, styling men.
Yes.
All right.
So we do it all. We do it all. So we had the custom suits that hit the runway, custom dresses. We even had some his and her clothing lines. So, like, I know you and your wife love to match, so I noticed that. So we have, like, suits that'll match with some of the dresses, some of the outfits that we have, too, as well.
Social media community. Y'all know the brand is to stay positive.
Yes.
April didn't tell me none of this before the podcast. She waited until it was over. And my attendance is not perfect at church, but I'm there 2 to 3 times a month.
Yes.
But I sure wish she had told me about the custom suits. Oh, my God.
Yes.
All right. Y'all are going to see and hear more from me, from April, from Hopkins Solutions. Yes, I will book an appointment. Yes, I will come in with the missus. Yes, y'all will see us do some his and her stuff, but we got to get there first. But y'all, please talk to April in the comments.
Yes.
I got my emotions about her burying the headlines, but y'all let her know from y'all mouth to God's ears how y'all feel about all she's doing, and we didn't get to say it until the end. But thank you, April, for being here. Phenomenal guest. This is only the beginning. You will see me in the store. You will hear from her again. Until the next time, we make time. We start with gratitude. We end with gratitude. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching this, whether you're watching it live right now on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, or whether you're watching it at a later date. You are appreciated. If you enjoyed this conversation, in spite of April burying their headline several times, please follow April at Hopkins Beauty Solutions and click on the link below to subscribe to Wine Down with Kev. Thank you in advance. You are appreciated. God bless and have a wonderful day. Peace.